Hello, and welcome back to Air and Fire of Light. Hey, y'all, what's up? What's happening? I didn't do any reading yesterday on a specific reading because I had to go to work. Right? Had a couple things I need to do before work. But we about to tap in. I'm about to tap in and see what energy is surrounding us here. All right, what energies are surrounding us? What do we need to know in the spirit realm? What do we need to see? What do we need to hear? What is it we need to be watchful for? And bless us to be strong enough. Enlighten us to be strong enough to be able to get out of it. Give us what we need. Equip us with everything that we need to get out of any situation that's holding us or binding us and not allowing us to elevate or prosper. All these things I ask. Oh, and I want to say, please have my ascended masters as well as my spirit animals, my higher self, be in this. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. This is just a general reading. We have the Four of Pentacles. So somebody is holding on to something for dear life. Okay, you could be going to church. You could know something about the church. Maybe you're holding on to Christ consciousness. Maybe you're holding on to something here, but you're holding on for dear life, holding on tight. You even sitting on it. Somebody here is sitting on a pinnacle. So it's something that they're holding on to tightly. All right, even their feet is on the pinnacle here. You could be a man, they could be a man. Page of Wands. You see this page here? This is a childlike energy, but you see his hand looking like it's yelling. Okay, so somebody here is yelling and screaming about something. All right, they're holding a staff. Maybe you have a staff. Maybe you're just beginning your staff. Maybe you're being real creative right now. Maybe you're speaking truth. Okay, maybe you are expressing a new way of being creative here. You are protected by cats. There's a cat here as well at the bottom of this picture. Okay, you may have a cat, you may like cats. All right. So this is the page of wands. You could be a Leo. Um, what in the world? I always come in here without my glasses. You could be a Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius here. You could be a young Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. Or maybe you have a child that's attracted to cats here. And then we have the Sun card. That's a Leo card. So maybe you have two sons. Okay, you could be dealing with a father figure here that's holding on tightly to their children. Okay, you could be a mother that's in her protective energy, holding tightly onto your children here. Okay, one of your children likes sunflowers, love the sun, love being outside, love horses, love being out in nature. Okay, maybe you just had a child and the year of the horse. I don't know what years those are. But this child loves to be out in nature, loves the sun. Okay, could have blonde hair. Knight of Cups. Okay, there's an offer here from a knight. All right, this knight looks like he's traveling over water, traveling to you. Yeah, for lovers. So somebody is bringing you some cup of love here, but with this cup, I don't see anything in it. It's just a cup. It don't look like it's full of anything, full of water, full of anything. It just they just add the water, but I don't see anything in this cup. I don't see any fish, anything. But they're coming with the cup of love here. Three of wands. So they might have been waiting on you. waiting on you to pull up. You see that boat at the bottom? They're waiting on some sort of shipment. So maybe they're waiting on you to proceed towards them, move towards them. All right, this is the beginning of something, some love. Okay, you're being divinely guided. There's an angel in this card as well at the top. You see that angel here over these lovers? So somebody is divinely guiding you. There's an angel dividing, um, bringing in a union here. Okay, some lovers union, Four of Swords. Okay, maybe you're looking at somebody's healing. Maybe you're looking to heal. Okay, maybe you're looking at somebody who was healing. Maybe you're learning how to help people heal here. I'm not sure if this lavender in her hand, but it looks like lavender. She has a lavender belt on. She might have a lavender wand or a stick here. Okay, but it looks like she's already rested, but she's up. Okay, she's looking for something to heal somebody or heal herself. Okay, you could be looking to heal a relationship. King of Pentacles with a man here. Somebody that is a husband. Okay, somebody that takes care of their home. Very powerful with their money. Very independent. The wheel of the year. So that's the wheel. So that's the wheel of fortune here. Something ended with this pentacle. Okay, something ended with the King of Pentacles here. Okay, there's a cup, there's a pentacle, there's a wand here, and a sword. So something could have been happening around the beginning of the year. Okay, some manifestations here, something ended. All right, with this King of Pentacles, and you became an empress. So you're now an empress. You stepped in your empress energy. And then we have the Knight of Swords here. Normally, the Knight of Swords is no, this is the King of Swords. I was about to say this is the King of Swords, y'all. I ain't got my glasses on, so please bear with me. This is a King of Swords. You have an Empress. You stepped in this Empress energy. Now this King of Swords is in his seat here, holding his money, holding his pinnacle, with his sword up, so he's ready to hear the truth from an empress. He's ready to receive something from an empress. Okay, you're bringing something to the situation. Maybe this is something you can't see. Maybe you're starting to trust in your ancestors and your spirit guides and being divinely guided here. You're trying to trust in your higher self, okay, to make the right choices. I'm feeling that maybe you started this on a crescent moon. Okay, you start trusting more into your ancestors, protecting yourself, not worried about what's going on around you, but going within. Okay, you're doing blind faith here. You're outside as well. You're connecting with Mother Earth, the water. All right, you're listening to the water. You're listening to the birds. You're listening to um, the bugs buzz around you, fly around you, and it's lavender as well in this picture. Okay, so maybe you're calming and you're relaxing yourself and depending on your ancestors and your spirit guides. Okay, somebody planted something. Okay, maybe this is something you planted here. Okay, something was planted. Maybe you're looking at what you planted. Maybe you're looking back at something you did, something you chose, some pentacles. Yeah, you're looking back what you planted, the seeds that you planted. You're looking back at your growth here. All right, and somebody is trying to figure out what you got going on. The sword of truth. So they're looking for some truth here. You may get messages from birds. Four of Cups. Somebody was bored with a relationship. Okay, this person was into you, but you weren't into them. You see how your arms is folded here, or their arms is folded. Somebody arms is folded here, and this young lady is concentrated on him. She's paying attention to him, but he's not paying attention to her. Okay, somebody tried to give their emotions, and somebody is closed off here, closed off to somebody's emotions, closed off to who they are, protecting themselves, protecting their energy, protecting their words, protecting their body. Some form of protection here. Okay, the Ten of Cups. You could be waiting on happy family, happy life. You're the Empress here. So somebody sees the Ten of Cups with you. Somebody is happy with you. They see that you're a good place to plant their energy. Yeah, they want to give you an offer because you are the Empress. And they see that they will be happy with you. They see this Ten of Cups with you. They see a family life. Maybe you have 2 kids or 3 kids. Here is 3 kids in this picture. It's 3 kids. They playing there, ring around a rosy. And then you got 2 parents here. So this person see everything with you. Maybe you play ring around a rosy with this person as a kid, or your kids played together, play ring around a rosy. Is this a card turn over? I think it is. All right. I might like to go outside to the park, by the park. I want to say, like in a grass area. Maybe y'all hang out all the time in the field, a big old field. All right. Hmm. What's this? The Emperor in reverse. Somebody is not being a great father figure here. Is in reverse. And then there was a tower. Okay. There was some sort of tower, some sort of fall, some sort of upheaval, some sort of fight. Somebody fell out. Okay, it's 2 people that fell out here. Might be more, y'all, because my glasses, I ain't got my glasses on. But I see a person here, and then there's a person here. Okay, there's 2 people that fell out this tower. Somebody had a fight. Somebody fell through some sort of argument, and then you start protecting yourself here. All right, you start protecting yourself and holding on to yourself. Okay, protecting yourself from this person. The moon. This is a secret. Okay, there's a secret being here about this child, about this person with this child. There's some sort of secret going on, but you have enlightened it. You illuminated it. Okay, you illuminated something that was going on in the dark with a child here. You got the wand with fire is smoking. Okay, you're in the dark. You see what's in the dark, and you're illuminating it. The Knight of Pentacles is also here. So slow and steady. You guys start moving slow and steady towards a child, asking a child questions about something that was going on in the dark. A child could have been yelling and screaming about it, talking about it, telling everybody about it, and then it got illuminated through the moon here. Karma. So somebody is getting karma. So there's some sort of karma out here with this Knight of Cups. Okay, he was being slow and steady, moving towards a child here. It could have been a son trying to get some information from him or her, trying to illuminate something. All right, they wanted to see what was behind this. What did this person know? What did you know? What did you see? How could you tell that they was with this child? This child, how did you tell that this child was speaking truth? Okay, you see how yelling and screaming there? And you're sitting here looking. You see the smoke. You hear the smoke. And you're illuminating something here. You're not in the dark about it. Somebody else was. Put these back because they kind of fell out. I want to show you. Somebody getting karma. Got some secrets that happen during the moon, the full moon, or the eclipse here. Yep. A Queen of Cups is in reverse. You could have been angry, yelling, screaming at this person. Okay, you could have been acting jealous, erratic, or this is how this person was acting towards you. Okay, yeah, you were in love with this person. They were acting erotic towards you, yelling, screaming, arguing with you. All right, this could have happened during an eclipse moon, or it could have happened while three people was around. Okay, you could have been in the company of three people somewhere. Y'all could have been at some function, some party, something. Y'all were somewhere at night. This happened at night. This didn't happen in the daytime. Okay. And you might have spewed out how you felt about this lover. Okay. You could have been very jealous, very angry, very upset, or somebody was jealous, angry, and upset here. All right. Screaming to the top of their lungs, going off about some love affair, about some love affair that they felt was angelic, or they felt was balanced, or they felt it was being led by the angels here. Okay, Nine of Swords. Now somebody is tired. Look how she laying down. Tired. Okay, Nine of Swords. I mean, can't sleep, tired, wore out, can't move, laying down. All right, in their head, thinking about all the stuff that happened. This person is broke down, broken on the inside, because something happened here with this love, with this situation. Something they did that night with this child here. Okay, they was waiting to see if this was gonna happen for you. The Three of Wands. They was waiting on you to be in a mental anguish. They was waiting on you to be asleep. Okay, but you couldn't sleep. You couldn't sleep during all this. Whatever this was going on that they were having with these kids, this offer here, this child, this secret about this son with this cat. Five of Cups. Now somebody want to cry over it. They want to cry about it because they didn't think that you saw this. They didn't think that you would know. They didn't think that you would understand. That they planted something with somebody. Okay, a Five of Swords. Some sort of healing that they're trying to do by themselves, but they're crying because they're unable to heal that situation. Somebody is upset here. This King of Pentacles. Yep, because this page told the truth about this King of Pentacles, about what they was doing with them. They yelled it out. But you got justice here. Okay. There's some form of justice going on with this child here, the son, or these sons. Some form of justice. Okay. He was trying to hold on to something. Hold on to a way that he was acting with these kids or with these children. He was trying to hold on to something. Eight of Wands. Some swift messages coming. Some fast communication about some wands. About some sexual energy. All right. It's some communication coming through. The Magician in reverse. So somebody is not using their magic, or somebody's magic has failed. Somebody's magic has failed here. Nine of Cups. The wish fulfillment. Mm-hmm. Somebody's magic has failed. But that wasn't a wish. Mm-mm. No. Or whatever you asked about this tower, these ancestors, okay, something falling apart, the answer is no here. So I don't know what you asked, but the answer is no. The spirit is saying no. They did not get a wish fulfillment here. They thought they was going to get a wish fulfillment by keeping this child hush hush quiet. Okay, but you're getting justice. This child is getting justice over some man or somebody doing something to them when they were a child or now. some form of justice. They not getting no information. They not getting a breakthrough. Page of Pentacles. Okay, so there's an offer as well from a page. There's another child out here. Good news coming from a child. Good news coming about a beginning of some Seven of Wands, some protected energy over some pentacles, some money, some family, a situation. Some good news coming out. King of Wands, about this King of Wands. What's the good news coming about this King of Wands, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels? King of Wands, what's the good news? The Two of Pentacles. So this King of Wands was juggling with being slow and steady, coming towards this child or with this child. Okay, something being illuminated about this child, about them collaborating with this child. This King of Wands here, he was juggling. Six of Pentacles. Somebody was giving equal give and take to these children, or they was only given to these children here. They weren't given to other people. They was given to these children. But you know this. You're a high priestess. You know what this person was doing. Okay? You hold the keys. You hold the power. You know what they were doing behind the scenes. This is why you were angry. Okay? And you start bitching and yelling and screaming at this person. Because this is your lover. And you didn't expect for them to be with no children, trying to give to kids. This is not what you expected from this man at all. I don't even know why I'm picking this up. But you didn't expect for this person to be given to these kids here. You didn't expect for him to be trying to do something with kids. Come on now. Yeah, that ain't what you wanted to see. You didn't want to see him equally giving an equal exchange to children. All right. But they're getting karma for that. They're getting karma because this is a secret that they were holding. Okay. They was offering to these kids. They was giving them money, showing them affection, always picking them up, trying to be around them. They going to jail. They being driven to jail. Somebody here is going to be driven off to jail. All right. I mean, and this chariot is moving fast. This person is going straight to jail. Do not collect anything. They're going to jail. They ain't going to get no money back, no nothing. All right. And the police coming, they got a baton here at the top. You probably can't see it, but they got a baton here in the back. So they coming with it. They gonna beat them. They gonna make them come. They gonna make them go to jail with them. They going to jail. All right. People, they can't see this. They don't know that this is about to happen, but they going to jail. All right. Somebody knows. You got the key to this. You know all about it. You could be married to them. All right. This could be your husband, your wife. All right. Or this could have happened at a celebration. Maybe y'all was out somewhere celebrating. Y'all could have been outside. This could have happened in the summertime. The high priestess. Okay, you know all knowledge. You know about this karma. You know about this karma that's about to be brought to these people. The Eight of Swords. I mean, the three. I said the Eight of Swords. The Three of Swords here. All right, so there's some heartbreak here about you seeing, you knowing what they did in the summer. Okay, you know that they were crying over what they had planted. All right, something that they was trying to heal, something they was trying to do. You already know about that. And this person is upset that you knew about it. Okay, they know that you know. Now that you do know, you sitting on your throne. You the high priestess. You got the secrets up under your feet. You have the power to move these secrets. You have the power. Okay. You see how she's sitting on this throne here? Justice. You got justice over this King of Pentacles. This person could be uh Taurus. It could be a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Virgo here. But you have the power over them. You know about a child. You know about something they was doing with kids. This child told the truth. This child told you everything that this King of Pentacles have been doing to them and with them. All right. And you were heartbroken about that. That communication came in so swift, so fast, it heartbroken you. This is why this kid was feeling very defensive and not wanting anybody to talk with them, not wanting to share. Okay. They were protecting their heart, their energy here. They was protecting themselves. They was very guarded. Somebody was in a lot of illusions. They felt like they had choices here. They had choices. They could choose whoever they wanted. Okay. This person was a great illusionist. They had many choices all behind their head. They could choose a multitude of people, but they kept choosing these children. Your cup runneth over. Okay. You're coming into the truth and to the light about some emotions. Somebody with this energy here. This person was an illusionist. They had all kind of stuff in these cups here. All kind of stuff. Great illusionists. They tried to make you think that it was all rainbows and butterflies, all right, in their house, their kingdom. They was putting on a facade. They didn't want you to see the snake in them. They didn't want you to see anything. They felt like if I can whip up something in your mind or cause you to believe that this is true and this is real, then you'll believe me. You'll believe me over a child, won't you? You'll believe everything that I said. Okay? Maybe you like lotus flowers. Yeah, my nose is starting to run. I got a cold from my granddaughter. These kids, they always get me sick. Only kids get me sick. 3 of Cups. Yep, you were celebrating with this person or these people here. Okay? You could have been out celebrating with your a group of friends. All right. And all this happened while you were away from the home. Or you were trying to balance yourself, balance your energy. You was trying to see the light. Okay. You were trying to balance who you are. You was pure. You was being pure. You was hanging out with people that you love, hanging out with people that you enjoy. All right. People that you love having fun with. Y'all outside. Y'all enjoying the weather. Okay. Y'all making a pact. This is a group here. I don't want to call it a cult, but that's what it's looking like. A group of people. Maybe you are a part of a cult. Maybe you are a part of something that deals with nature, or some people that love to be in nature with you. Maybe that's what y'all do. Maybe y'all go out by water, make sure it's a stream of water where y'all at and there's flowers so y'all can be running around in the garden and stuff like that. Okay. But Temperance is here. Okay, maybe this happened after it rains. 2 of Wands. Somebody was looking outside. They was looking for you. They was watching for you while they was entertaining this child here. They was looking, they was watching, okay, and they was juggling. All right. They was slowly watching you while they was entertaining this child here. It was up with this kid. This child could be a Leo. Okay, they was up. They was watching at the same time while they were juggling. Trying to be slow, move steady. What were they looking at? The Five of Swords. They was looking to win at all costs. Okay, they was looking to win at all costs with these children. They didn't care if you was around. They were strongly doing this. Okay, they were strongly looking out for you. Mm-mm. God saw him though. You're the star. Okay, you're the star of the show. You know what's going on. You told this person about this. Ten of Pentacles. You told them about a family that you knew that they were doing. You told them that your child came and told you what this person had been doing behind their back. They tried to lie to you. They tried to come with fake information, new information. They tried to tell you that this is all made up. They're lying on me. I would never do this to them. I would never engage with them like that. I would never give them money. I would never bribe them on not telling you the truth here. I would never come in like that. But they're trying to win at all costs. So they're going to tell you anything that you want to hear. All right. And they was waiting on you. They were waiting for you to come. They knew what they were doing. They was looking out the window. They was searching, trying to make sure that you wasn't coming while they was in there playing with them kids and doing stuff with the kids. Okay, she already been gone for 10, 20 minutes. Let me get it in right quick. Okay. Oh, she said she's going to be gone for a while, maybe an hour or two. So I got enough time to do what I need to. So when the time came for you to show up, this person was actually paranoid, looking out the window all the time, trying to juggle with these kids. Okay, playing mind games, trying to bribe them, give them money. All right, because they was trying to win at all costs. You know this though. You have infinite knowledge about this. The Ten of Swords. So you ended this situation with this man. Okay, maybe he's upset that you ended the situation with him. Because you knew about this family life. You knew about what they were doing behind the scenes. Even though you were in a good relationship with this person, y'all loved each other. You hugged on them. Y'all could have had a cat and a dog, right? You could have had that. A cat, a dog, and a baby. Y'all could have had a baby together, a big, nice house. This person was doing shit. They was doing shit. They was celebrating and everything. Wow. Ten of Swords, but you ended it. You ended it with this person. There's an owl here. So somebody heard it. Somebody seen it. Ace of Pentacles. You went on to a new beginning. New beginning in luck and love. King of Cups. You could be into your emotions. Know your emotions. Win your emotions. Two of Cups. You could have been celebrating with this person all the time. A new beginning with this person. The Death card. So something really ended with this illusionist. This great illusionist. And you moved on to calmer waters. You took everything that you knew about this person. Everything that they was doing. Okay. You checked it out. You did your research. So you checked out what they was doing. And you just start traveling from those rough waters to calmer waters here. Nine of Wands. You knew the whole time about this man. All right, this man that was cheating, this man that was engaging with these kids, this man that was appearing to be balanced in your energy, loving on you. Oh my God. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wow. You're a wounded warrior here. You're a warrior. Thank you for the light. Okay, you're a wounded warrior. You knew what was happening, but you're a warrior here. You didn't lack in any knowledge. You knew what was going on with these kids, how they communicated with you, what they told you about this person. You may go to church, like I said. This could have happened at a church, at a place of a church where you used to be, where you used to go. Hi, how are you? How are you, Dee? How you doing today? Mm-mm. Somebody need to use their intuition when it comes to these children. Gotta research people and what they doing. Five of Pentacles. Somebody is outside together. Okay, you could have been left outside with another person outside of this church. Okay, you could have got kicked out of a church here, some sort of service for working on something. Maybe you could have been working on a situation, or maybe you was working at the church. Okay, and somebody kicked you out. Somebody told you to leave. Two of Swords. All right. But your sword was down. Your sword is down here. You know the truth about somebody kicking you out the church, telling you to leave. Okay. Leaving you and another person out. Seven of Wands. You could have been very defensive here. Holding your guard. Standing your ground. Okay. Protecting your energy. Protecting yourself. Page of Swords. You might have had to go outside and get your information. You're still holding on to your truth here. The Sword of Truth. You're still holding on to your page, your information that you know. The King of Cups. You may know something about a King of Cups. Pisces. This could be a Pisces here, a King of Cups, or Cancer, or Scorpio. Okay, you could know something about this King of Cups and a Queen of Cups. These could be two people that you go to church with. They could have got kicked out the church. They could have been kicked for working on something. All right. Yep. Yep, that's the truth. So some of these people got kicked out the church here. Somebody got kicked out of a church. All right. You were very defensive. You were protecting your energy here from these two people. This is a king and a queen, so they must be married to each other. The king came out first, then the queen came out. Three of Cups. They was collaborating, talking, partying, okay, coming together. But you could have walked away from these people. You could have walked away from this king. Maybe he made you mad about something that he was working on here. Okay, he should have showed you. He could have showed you something that was in his cup. He could have been drinking milk, because I'm seeing something white here. He could have been drinking some form of milk. All right, and his back is turned from his wife. Okay, he's not paying her any attention, but she's looking at him here. Okay, Eight of Cups. You could have walked towards him to talk to him, or walked away from him. Because Eight of Cups is normally walking away, but the way that it looks on this card, these cards together, see how this is the King of Cups, and then he's walking that way. So it looks like you're walking towards this King of Cups to discuss something with him or about him. Ten of Cups. You know about a Ten of Cups situation here with his wife. Ten of Cups with his wife. Yeah, his emotions is fulfilled with his wife. So maybe you coming to him about some information to help you with, because you know that him and his wife is connected. Even though they're not together, his wife is always connected with him. She's always a part of him, always with him. Page of Wands. You could have tried to find some information out here. I'm like, what's going on? Page of Wands. Okay, this could have been an offer from a young man. You know the truth about a young child being defensive here. You know this woman protects her husband and her kids. Okay, she stays in her emotions. The moon, something is hidden, some secret about this collaboration, this party. Okay, well, somebody here that's holding on. Somebody here that's holding on to some sort of information. All right, you know about that. You know about some party that they was at that they got kicked out of. They might have gotten kicked out of some sort of building. It don't have to be a church. It could just be a building. They was together in this building. They could have got kicked out of it. All right, because of something that they was working on. All right, that you had to walk away from these people about or walk towards this king to discuss with him about something he was working on. Maybe you communicated with him, okay, about their family, about his wife, his kids, all right, um with the two of swords. Because he wasn't trying to cut you off, cut you out, or nothing. You was just trying to figure out what was going on with this family. Ten of Pentacles. Maybe that's what you was trying to figure out. They money. What was going on with their money? This is why you was moving towards him. What was going on with their family life, their money, their emotions? Okay, how did they sustain this? How did they keep this together? Okay, what's the secret to celebrating, to being married, to staying together? Okay, and keeping your faith in the Most High. What's the secret to that? Three of Wands. Okay, so maybe you was looking for some information, for them to bring you something, for them to give you something, for them to talk to you, tell you how they keep their marriage together, how they keep it strong, how they keep it together with each other. Okay, how they keep it together with these kids. Maybe you're trying to figure out, hey, how do you do that? How do you not being how do you not being argumentative with your wife? You know, how do y'all do that? How do y'all bring the family together? Okay, without these burdens. How do y'all do that? Even though y'all got burdens, y'all going through stuff. What which way? Like, how can I do that? What's the secret to celebrate and still be in love with your wife? You know what I mean? After y'all both been kicked out of a situation or put outside. How do you love each other still? How do you still celebrate? How do you still see this, as something successful? Five of Cups. How do you keep these cups in your hand? You normally the two cups is on the ground. How do you keep these, even though these spilled over? How do you keep it? How do you keep your faith? How do you keep your mind going? How do you keep on pushing forward? Even after you feel like y'all been kicked to the curb or kicked to the side, even after a heartbreak here, how do you still keep it up? How do you still keep it together? How do you still keep the love flowing and going with you and your mate? How do you still do that? Okay, without looking outside, without going to other people, how do you do that? Y'all got strength. Y'all strong. You're very protected over your truth. You're very protected over your children. You're very protected over your life. You're very protected over, your wife, okay, your animals, your house. You're protected over your stability here. And you're strong with it. The Fool. Okay, so they told you take a leap of faith. Just take a leap of faith. Put your trust in the Most High. Put your trust in spirit. Put your trust in the universe. Okay, because you're not feeling like a star. You're not feeling like you're the star of the show. You're not feeling like that you're awesome. Okay, maybe you're not feeling like you need to collaborate with other people. Three of Pentacles. Maybe you don't feel like you need to go to school. Here is this man here. See that? The devil. So maybe he told you about a heartache. Maybe he let you know about some heartbreak that he had with his wife. okay, about her partying, going out, some secrets. Maybe he let you know in on a couple of secrets here about how the devil entered into their heart and broke their marriage or broke their home, okay? How was magic done on them, all right? How there was a leap of faith. Somebody took a leap of faith and did some magic here, okay? The Seven of Swords. They tried to win. They tried to be sneaky and deceptive about it. Okay, this person was hiding who they were. They were hiding what they were taking. Okay, they tried to take all these swords with them and not share it. Somebody tried to hide some here, hide some information. King of Pentacles. All right, King of Pentacles still out here. His husband that's grounded with his money. Okay, he's grounded with his career, grounded with his money. There's a world here. Something ended. Okay, this devil energy. Maybe he's telling you about how he ended that devil energy. Okay, how he started working his magic and coming to church and learning to be a man. Okay, Knight of Wands, and knowing that it wasn't easy. That he had to put down that Knight of Wands energy. All right, he had to come to the church fast. Run to the church. Run to the building. All right, run in there. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so we got a king and a queen of pentacles out here. We got a husband and wife here. They know how to take care of their children. The sun card is here. They know how to bring life into their home. They know how to love each other. All right. They know how to bring that money in. They know how to make food. They know how to make a lot of food. They do banquets. Okay. This queen of pentacles here is tapping into her intuition. Her eyes is closed. Okay, she knows she's holding money in one hand and a cup full of something in another hand. I don't know what it is. I can't hardly see y'all. I ain't got no glasses on. Okay, but anyway, anywho, anyhow. Two of Wands. Somebody start looking outside, checking the windows, checking outside. Maybe you started looking for work. Five of Wands. Okay, and it could have created some type of storm or argument because you wanted to leave home to go and get you a job. Maybe you was out looking into the world for some money. Okay, trying to figure out how you're going to make this house stable, how you're going to do things. Knight of Wands, yep. Five of Wands. So, yeah, you got into an argument about you being in this Knight of Wands energy. All right, using your magic wand out here, being a magician. But you got illuminated. All right. You got some illumination about some heartbreaking stuff with your wife and how to mend it and help it come back together. Okay, how to work together as a family, how to love each other. Four of Pentacles. Okay, you could have been holding on to this, holding on to her, holding on to the situation, holding on to your marriage, not letting it go. Six of Cups. All right, something with the past. Maybe y'all grew up as children together. And a Knight of Swords. This is some fast, swift communication. Okay, y'all could have grew up as kids together. Okay, maybe you're older than her or she's older than you. All right, Ten of Swords. Yeah, some swift communication about a Ten of Swords, some heartbreak, some pain you had to endure, when you were a child. And a Nine of Swords. Maybe you had a lot of sleepless nights. Okay, maybe you start sleeping in the chair here, not in the bed, just sleeping in the chair because you couldn't sleep. All right, so you started sleeping in the chair, falling asleep in the chair. Oh, I forgot to get my food out the microwave. Six of Swords. Now you're moving to calmer waters here. You're getting justice. And you're going to have your Empress. Okay, so even though y'all fell out, y'all had arguments or whatever, you were juggling with her, she's juggling with you, y'all juggling with the home life, the kids and everything. You still gonna get justice. Y'all will be brought together. You will be connected with your empress here. You will. Y'all will be back together. That's confirmation. All right, y'all. So, do you have any questions? Does anybody have any questions before I close out? Because I gotta go eat something before I go to work. Do you have any questions before I close out? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? I tell you. Well, since there are no questions to be asked, said, held, read, any of that, thank you for watching Air and Fire of Lights. I'm about to go because I gotta go to work. I'm wondering if I should wear this wig or if I should just take it off. Anyway, anywho, hope you have a wonderful Friday. It is Friday. So hope you have a wonderful Friday. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment, and see you later. Bye.